Hello and welcome. My name is Aaron. Today I'm watching the music video for Moonchaser by STARGLOW, which is a group I know nothing about except for two things. A, they are under BMSG, as we can see, which is the same company that Hana is under, which is a group I follow. And I think they were formed through a survival show. That's at least what the K-pop profiles say, so I'm just gonna believe that. Otherwise, I don't know anything about the group. I might have heard the song before because I did a little listen through of a bunch of songs to decide what I wanted to react to. And I'm pretty sure this was in there, and if I left it in my playlist to watch, I probably liked the song. But I don't remember anything, and it's been a few weeks at least, so I don't remember anything. So let's just get right into it because there's nothing else I can talk about right now. Interesting. The simplicity of the first set question mark is really interesting. I wonder if it stay with this vibe because the instrumental at the very least has a lot of there's a lot of rhythm in the instrumental and in the vocals as well. The whole song has a pretty high energy. I would now say I definitely listened to it once because it does seem familiar in that I checked it out once way. I like the song. The way the song is structured is really nice, and the little glimpses of the choreo we see are also very interesting. It gives me a lot of second gen K-pop. I'm not too familiar with the second generation of K-pop, but it's giving a similar general vibe to that, both in visual aesthetic and in the choreography itself. But I do hope we get a little bit more in the music video than just this after the first chorus, because this is a really nice introduction. Also, I'm not sure if this is a pre-release or their debut. Regardless, it is the first thing we see of them, so it is the first impression. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's the first impression, and first impressions are important. So, let's continue. There's the change up. Ah. Changing the video format is an interesting choice, as we see here. Going down in the quality and cutting the sides. It's something that's coming back, definitely. I've seen it quite a bit this year in music videos, but it's still a choice. It's still a thing you have to put in with purpose. Not sure what the purpose is here, because even though there are some elements that are reminiscent of early K-pop, I still think this is pretty modern in sound and visual aesthetic. And I do have to keep in mind, K-pop choreographies have gotten really difficult in the past decade, and before they were a lot easier, and this is a Japanese group, so their focus on choreography is probably not as high as it is in K-pop spaces. And I don't know the premise of the survival show, so who knows. Regardless, I'm actually incredibly curious about the choreo now, just from seeing the first few parts in the beginning and the chorus part. I have curiosity. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. Also, the song is really nice. I think, and I'm saying this with care because we will have to listen to more of it because we are maybe a third through at this point. I think I would listen to this. I think that's why I put it on the playlist. In my opinion, this is a pretty good song. It starts really nicely, and then it builds up to a really good level of energy where it's energetic, but it's not like club music. Do you know what I mean? I hope so. They had fun with that. Oh wait, no, that's cute. That's a cute. Where's it? That's a cute touch to have everything in black and white and then just have a puzzle piece in green, especially because the most prominent color we have now seen in this music video up to this point is green, and I'm pretty sure they're going to stay with that. Is that the representative color of the group? I hope so. Regardless, I hope they continue to build on this, because this is a really nice shot that they can do a lot with in the rest of the music video. Let's see. You just started! The do-da-da is really fun because it is catchy and it still stands out enough in the current landscape of general, and I'm thinking in mostly in K-pop music releases. I'm not that far into J-pop to be able to say if it's like a trend over there or if this also stands out in contrast to that, but it's a really nice little thing that kind of just gets stuck in your head, which is good for first song. If your first song gets stuck in people's heads, you're gonna stay present in their mind, and that's what they want. So it's such a little dumb thing that just works because it's actually fun, and that's why it gets stuck. The camera work is great in this part specifically. This styling is very interesting because it's a lot of very toned down colors. Like we had the white outfits, then we had the black outfits. Now it's still a lot of black, but it's also a lot of browns and other natural tones. The approach is interesting with how little color we actually get in this. There's a little bit of red in the outfits. We have a little bit of blue in the dark set and here now on the ground, and then we have the green. I think it works in this case to make the members stand out, but I'm not sure how well this would do long term. I think it makes sense right now so that the members stand out, but I don't know how well this would do long term, so I think they should be careful with that. But this is a really good music video. So let's continue. It's cute. Oh, dance break! Sorry, did I just say this isn't club music? I take that back. I take that back immediately. It's such an energy shift, this. I'm so used, I know why this throws me off and surprises me like that. I'm so used to the K-pop songs right now that are like 2 to 3 minutes, where it's just like a little bit of verses and then just the chorus 3 times. So there's basically not a lot of change in the song itself. Because the song is so long, I'm guessing the music video is 4.5 minutes. I'm guessing the song is at least 4 minutes. Because the song is so long, they can just like go ham with it and just be like, we have a very slow start, then we have a very catchy chorus, then we have a rap part, then we have another catchy chorus, and then you get just a dance break that goes fully into club mode. So this is fantastic, but in a way that it throws me off right now, and I'm not too sure what to think of it because I'm just not used to this anymore. Songs have gotten so short that you can barely do anything with it. So This is a welcome surprise and a welcome breakup of the pattern that I've gotten used to. However, it is causing me to not really be sure where I would categorize this, because the first part of the song, I could see this in my morning playlist. Now with this part, I can't, which isn't a bad thing. It just means there's so much happening in the song, I can't really put it on a specific side, which is okay, but again, it does break up the pattern that has emerged over the last years of short songs that basically stay the same throughout. And there's absolutely room for both types of songs. It's just that this is very different from what the industry has been leaning towards. That's the end of my speech for that. Oh! Let's go back. I paused at a very bad time. Those types of cuts, where did we have them? Girl Said Little Miss. I reacted to that as well. I linked that. But they had a similar cut at a point in their music video as well. Can that become a trend? Can we just do that in every music video? Because somehow it works really well every time. I've seen it twice. Anyway, the point is, that looks really good. It's a really nice transition between sets. And it's simple enough to do that every group should be able to do that. It's a really simple editing thing. You literally just have to make cuts, so there's not really an excuse not to do it. But I really like that. I don't know why. Oh. Wait, that room was smaller before. Ooh. Oh, there's quite a bit left. STARGLOW, Wish Upon a Star. Credits. Okay, that's just logos at the end. I like staying on the group logo when it's available just to talk about my thoughts. I really like this. This is really simple, and I'm very curious because obviously I only know that they were formed through a survival show from the K-pop profiles thing. Could it be, and I mean this as neutrally as I can, could it be that this is like their signal song that has now been released as the group's first song as like the 5-member version? Because it gives me those vibes a little bit, but I don't know. So if anyone could tell me, that would be great. The logo is very interesting, I also just noticed. It's a choice. It's a choice to have it like that. It's interesting. I think it's distinct enough and still simple enough that you can recognize it pretty easily. It's an interesting logo. I think that's just where I'm going to leave that. I like the song, even if I can't really categorize it into a specific area. I might have to listen to it a little bit more just to get like a better feel for it, but I think I would put this on my playlist. One thing I have noticed now, and I'm saying this because I'm currently doing like a little catch up on Kickflip, which is a new K-pop group, and those guys can sing. That's the one thing I'm learning right now. STARGLOW's vocals sound good, but I feel like there's room to grow, and I'm honestly most curious to hear how their vocals develop, because I feel like there's a lot of potential in there that hasn't been fully utilized yet. And I know nothing about singing. I'm just going off vibes. That's just my impression. I could be wrong, but I would love to see them grow into stronger vocalists. Again, I don't think they're bad, but I do think there's room to grow. And I also think this music video, it's simple while still being interesting, but I do think whatever they do next, they should like do a little bit more. The song is good, but the music video I feel like does need to go a step further. I'm just throwing this out because it's the vibes that I'm getting. Again, I don't know the members, but I feel like a very basic slice of life music video could be interesting with these guys. But I feel like a very basic slice of life music video could be really interesting with these guys. Not high school, but like just like young adult life stuff. Could be fun if they do it right, and they could show off Tokyo. I'm guessing they're based in Tokyo. They could show off Tokyo in that. Listen, I just want my music videos in cities. I don't know what's going on. I just see music videos and I keep being like, this sounds like a city song. And then they do nothing with a city in the music video. I need something where they show off a city. Anyway. Also, I'm guessing because they came from a survival show, their lineup wasn't planned well in the sense that fan votes had an influence, because we do have to admit, groups that are formed just by a company without a survival show aspect have more overall cohesion because they were planned for years. Survival shows kind of throw a wrench in that because you suddenly have to consider public opinion, and public opinion is it influences a lot and it changes on a whim. So just from this song, I don't actually get that much survival show lineup vibes, but I do get underdeveloped group vibes, which is why I'm bringing this up in the first place. I feel like they're on a good way. They have a lot of potential, but right now it's like, it's the first release. That's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. That's what it is. But it doesn't sound like a first release. It just sounds like a good song. So I'm actually positively surprised by this. And the camera work, I feel like they did a lot of basic camera work, but there were a lot of interesting shots in between. It's like 50-50 basic and kind of interesting. But I think they could have leaned a little bit more into the interesting aspect, especially with the sets that they had. There weren't any props and the sets were pretty vast. So I feel like they could have done a little bit more playful things with the camera work. It would have also made the music video more interesting because, again, the sets are pretty big and vast on purpose. But this also means the music video looks kind of empty around the edges. I think that's how I can phrase it. Anyway, this was interesting. I liked this. I'm going to listen to the song a bit more to further my opinion on it. But I think I will keep an eye on these guys just to see where they go. I always want to give new groups a proper chance to impress me. And I think they can do that. I believe in them. So, take care of yourselves, drink tea, and with this, I release you in the depths of the universe once again. See ya!